Okay, Sammy, so we've heard the term swing the weight of the golf club, mate.
Yes.
And if you watch any videos on this channel, you'll see there is a huge athletic component to the golf swing. We see there is a shift of pressure preceding the rotation. But we do see a lot of players that try and manufacture golf swings. They get very positional. Maybe they used the medicus when they were younger and they were going step 1, step 2, step 3, step... Yes, there are positions in the golf swing, but we've got to swing the club through positions, not position the golf club through the swing. Sammy's got a great little drill using a forward starting exercise that builds momentum into giving us that backswing that's going to help you stop manufacturing the swing, aren't you?
100%. So I just start with the club, make them start with it a little bit in front of them, about waist high in front of them, and then as they swing it back, wherever it would swing, they would put their right hand on. Okay. And it's usually in front of their chest. It pretty much always is, just because the club. So you do have to start with the club in the correct position, which is basically like where you would want it through the club, through impact, shaking hands with your target kind of thing, and you would let it swing back, put your hand on it.
Yeah,
and
perfect.
You'd make them do that a couple times. The club's going to go in the same spot.
Yeah.
That's where they want to put their hands.
So I use this exercise and also a variation to kind of work on other things as well, Sam. One of those would be if you're using a lead arm exercise, and for a lot of players it's going to be quite heavy if they were just starting from a static position because they 100%. Don't have the momentum. So if I start from this position here and I try and move the golf club back, unless you have pretty proficient strength, you're going to have to force to use your body and hinge the club, which is good drill in itself. But I actually like this variation even better, purely for the fact is that we know the best players in the world will shift their pressure before they move their body and rotate, right?
Absolutely.
So by having the golf club out in front like this, very similar to where you would be in your follow-through impact position, you can then, as you can see, shift our pressure backwards, which then is going to move the club in position to put two hands on. We still achieve exactly what I was referring to before in the variation of the drill that I've used a lot, but having it starting forward a little bit, then pivoting, moving that golf club back, you kind of get all these things for free, and players will be so surprised how on plane their golf swing will be and how
100%.
good it feels and how well loaded it feels. And also, another little added benefit is if your grip is not proficient, right? Let's say it's in the wrong spot, it's in a bit of a palm, you're going to have zero control over the golf club.
You're absolutely correct.
So I would say that we're going to add one more thing into the melting pot here, is when you grip the golf club in your front hand, see if you can bang it up and down like a hammer like this, right? That means that you're going to have control over the golf club. You can see I'm hinging from the wrist. Step 1. Step 2, we're going to place it out in front, a little bit of movement from here, right? Now, I'm going to feel that as I shift my pressure, the club's going to float back into position, put two hands on, follow through.
Excellent.
And you know what? In terms of fluidity, and not manufacturing something, that felt really, really, really good.
Excellent.
So I can see in my mind a bit of a crime scene starting to appear on the range of players who maybe do this for the first time, start with the club out here, start knocking balls back behind them, right?
Absolutely.
How would you recommend players work on this?
Well, actually, I usually do it without a ball and just have them understand where it is. And then once they can actually do it and control it, like you said, I do it from just above the ball. So they would start with it just above it and then bring it back. And then put their other hand on, obviously. So then they would boom, boom. So technically they wouldn't hit balls when they first start doing it.
For sure.
And then it would be the starting with the club, both hands on it, right foot barely off the ground, and then swinging it back, and then they can actually hit the ball from there.
Then they can go from there.
Yes.
Look, and I absolutely love that, dude, because look, it's such a great drill and feel for players to get to almost layer this upon each other. So let's go hammer.
Love that.
Club out in front. You can see I'm lifting my back foot up a little bit, very similar to where I would be in the follow through.
Exactly.
Then I'm going to plant that down and swing back. You can see I'm missing by quite a fair bit there, guys. So club set above. I'm going to move that forward. From there, plant, swing, hand on. And players could even then from there place their hand almost very similar to the other drill that we've done previously. So make sure you go and check that one about placing the back hand open on the club. So almost go back there, right? Let's say this would be step 1 or level 1 of the drill, placing the hand kind of there, but without grabbing it, feeling that shift of pressure and then maintaining that up against it. So now we can see that we've still got that awareness of having two hands on the golf club, but it's putting ourselves into a position that if we were to grip it, we can see its beautiful structure. But as always, we need to make sure we have progression and regression, meaning that if I'm here and I find it very easy to put myself in this forward position and I get very good at this and it feels great, but then as soon as I film myself and then all of a sudden I'm like this, go back to doing the drill. I always
100%.
ask people to do 5 drill swings to 1 subconscious golf swing. And then that's the best way that I found with the players that I work with of layering these drills and exercises into the shots. What would you say about that?
I like that a lot, actually. I usually do like 3 or 4 and then let them hit one.
I'm a tough coach.
Yeah, it's okay. No, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I usually do 3 or 4, then a little bit slower speed, and then ramp up the speed, and then go back and do it like that. So it's kind of the same in the 5 or 6 balls, but I just do 3 with the drill and then try to do that. And then I do make sure that they're changing clubs as they're doing that. They're not just hitting one club. Obviously, it's been proven that variable practice helps us learn faster and stuff. Your brain can adapt good. So I just make sure that they're doing it with a few different clubs in their lesson and making sure that they're understanding where it is, and the weight of the club feels a little bit different with some of them.
Yeah, for sure. So this is key information of not only a great drill that can help you lose that mechanical, forceful, positional swing that you may have from watching too many YouTube videos, not mine though, and then put yourself into much more of a flowy state. So club forward, getting that feeling of the pressure going back, 2 hands on, and then going through. I'm going to do that once more, Sammy, and then hit the shot, all right? So
absolutely.
Out in front, here, slam, great position.
Yes.
Follow through. Okay.
I love that you're practicing the follow through with it too. That's excellent.
I think very important. Let's hit it. Beautiful. And you know what? Even felt different at this section of the swing with how I was loading my wrist. So something that I need to work on. Look, guys, if you're struggling with your ball contact and you're not getting the results that you're looking for, an excellent drill to help you hit better shots.
Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.